Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome back to the Language Journey channel. I'm Emma, and I'm joined by the amazing Jack. Hi, Jack. How are you doing today?
Hey, Emma. I'm doing fantastic. I'm really pumped for our discussion today. We're focusing on a topic that is vital for every English student: common everyday expressions.
You're absolutely right. We're going to look at how getting comfortable with these routine phrases can truly elevate your speaking flow and self-assurance. Whether you're a complete beginner or striving for advanced proficiency, this episode is full of guidance and practical tools.
That's spot on. We will analyze why these particular sentences are so essential, share the best methods for learning them, and provide plenty of real-world examples you can use immediately. So let's dive in. To start, why do you think daily phrases are so fundamental for learners?
Well, if you think about it, these sentences are the core of our daily interactions. They are the exact expressions we rely on all the time, whether we are ordering a drink, asking for the way, or just catching up with a colleague.
Precisely. They act as the structural elements that allow you to communicate more smoothly and intuitively. Instead of trying to translate word for word in your mind, you can simply access these pre-learned patterns from your memory.
Exactly, and that is the secret to true fluency. It isn't merely about having a massive vocabulary, it's about the ability to apply words naturally within a specific context. Routine sentences provide that bridge to fluency. So, where do students usually face difficulties with these phrases, and what are some frequent errors?
That is a great point. A very common mistake is trying to translate directly from one's native tongue. The logic used in one language doesn't always apply to English. This often results in sentences that sound a bit clunky or unnatural to a native ear.
Definitely. Sentence structure can also be quite tricky. Even when students understand every single word, combining them in the correct order can be a struggle. Issues with word sequence, verb tenses, and prepositions often cause confusion.
Something else I've noticed is that some learners avoid using basic phrases because they think they are too easy. They believe they must use sophisticated vocabulary to sound smart, but that isn't true at all. Native speakers use these simple structures every single day.
That's such an important observation. In daily talk, simplicity is everything. Using standard phrases accurately will actually make you sound more authentic and poised, not less.
Exactly. Now let's move into some helpful strategies for acquiring and mastering these daily sentences. What would be your top recommendation?
My primary advice is to listen as much as you can. Immerse yourself in the English language whenever possible. Watch movies, follow series, listen to podcasts, and pay close attention to how native speakers use these structures in actual life.
Immersion is truly a game changer. Adding to that, constant repetition is vital. Don't just listen to a phrase once, say it out loud multiple times. Practice it with various tones and imagine different situations for it.
I agree 100%. Also, do not hesitate to imitate native speakers. Observe their pronunciation, the speed of their speech, and their intonation. This will help you achieve a much more natural and rhythmic way of speaking.
Another effective method is to maintain a language diary. Record every new sentence you encounter, along with its meaning and a sample of how to use it. Go over your notes frequently to lock that information in.
That's a brilliant idea. To make it even better, you could create study cards with the English phrase on one side and a definition or a picture on the back. This is an excellent way to memorize and test yourself quickly.
Spaced repetition is also incredibly effective. Instead of trying to learn everything in one day, review the phrases at increasing time intervals. For instance, check them again after 24 hours, then after 3 days, then a week later. This moves the knowledge into your long-term memory.
That's a very powerful technique, And lastly, don't be shy about applying these sentences in real-life conversations. The more you actually speak, the more natural and confident you will become.
I couldn't agree more. Now, let's look at some specific groups of daily sentences and offer our audience some examples they can start using this very day. How about we begin with hellos in introductions?
Perfect. Greetings are the start of every single dialogue. So besides the very basic hello, what are some other ways to greet people?
Well, you could say, hi there, good morning, afternoon, evening, or use a friendly hey with your pals. When meeting someone new, nice to meet you or pleased to meet you are great. To check how someone is doing, you can ask, how are you? How's it going? Or more casual, what's up in informal settings.
And what would be the best way to answer those?
You might say, I'm doing great, thanks. Everything is good, or not too bad. It's also polite to ask them back, like, and how about yourself?
Excellent examples. Now let's move to another vital category, seeking information.
Absolutely. If you were looking for a place, you might say, pardon me, could you point me toward, or where can I find the nearest? In a shop, you could ask, what is the price of this? Or is this available in a different size?
If you didn't hear something clearly, it is totally fine to say, I'm sorry, I missed that, or could you repeat that for me, please? If you need more detail, ask, what do you mean exactly? Or could you clarify that?
Another key area is making requests and offering things.
Courtesy is the main thing here. For a request, start with could you or can you. To offer something, use would you like or can I get you?
If you were volunteering to help, you can say, I can take care of that for you, or just let me know if you need any help.
To share opinions, say I feel that, or from my perspective, or I'm of the opinion that. For agreement, I'm with you on that. That is very true, or exactly.
To disagree politely, you could say, I understand your point, but, or I'm not entirely sure I agree, or I see it a bit differently.
To express gratitude, say thank you, I'm very grateful, or I really appreciate your help.
To make apologies, I'm sorry, or I apologize, or excuse me.
For small talk, say, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Or what do you like to do in your free time?
For ordering food, you can say, I'll have the, or could I please get the.
For asking for help, say, excuse me, could you help me? Or I'm a bit lost.
For suggestions, you could say, why don't we, or how about, or let's.
In emergencies, say help, or call the police, or I need an ambulance.
Final advice, be consistent, practice daily, and enjoy the journey.
Thanks for listening. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next one. Happy learning!